Hi, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to Towering TBR. If you're new, I struggle with chronic migraines, and that means I can't always read print, so I use audiobooks as accommodations. I've been listening to audiobooks for several years now, and I want to help you get into it as well. So I'm starting a whole audiobook series, starting with this video of where to source audiobooks outside of Audible. If you've been wanting to get into audiobooks, this video is for you. There are a mix of paid and unpaid options. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see all my upcoming videos. A helpful hint, audiobooks can be unabridged or abridged. And abridged means that they were consolidated in some way. So today I'm going to talk about 10 places you can source your audiobooks that are outside of Audible. And we're going to start with the library options first. Two apps that use a library card are Libby and Hoopla. So Libby is the app I probably use the most, and I always check first. Libby uses your library card so that you can access your library's digital selections, both audiobooks and ebooks. What is on Libby is going to be based on what your local library offers. For example, my library allows me 10 books checked out at any one time, and the checkout period is either 2 or 3 weeks, depending on your library. There are probably going to be lines for very popular titles, and your library will also give you an amount of holds so that you can basically get in line for those popular books. Since I get 10 library books checked out at any one time, if I finish one of those, I can return it and get another 10th book out. Hoopla is a little bit different. Firstly, they have more than just audiobooks. They also have ebooks, comics, TV shows, music, and movies. The catalog on Hoopla is the same across many libraries. So, for example, something I find on Hoopla in my area, you would also be able to find on Hoopla in your area if your library has Hoopla. The library will give you a certain amount of loans you can check out in a month. For example, my library allows me to have 12 loans in a month of Hoopla. So for example, if I were to have listened to 4 audiobooks, read 4 comics, and watched 4 TV shows, I would be out of loans until the month rolls over and I get 12 more. Returning a book does not allow me to get another book. But the benefit of this is if you see an audiobook that is available, you don't have to wait. You can check it out immediately. They also have bonus borrows, which means if you are out of your allotted amount, you can access some of the content for free. 12 has been plenty for me, so I do not normally check those out. But if you're a voracious reader, it might be a good option for you. If you find that your library either doesn't have Libby or Hoopla, or it has kind of a pitiful selection, you can look into paying for a non-resident card for a different library. I did a video talking about non-resident cards. I will link it in the cards and in the description, but keep in mind that is 2 years old, so if you'd like me to do an updated version, let me know. Another free option is LibriVox. These are all books that are in the public domain, and they rely on volunteers narrating the books all around the world. This is an option I do not use frequently because I am very picky about my narrators, and I also don't read a ton of classics, which is primarily what they have. If you don't have the money to spend or you really like classics, I think that this is still a very good option. The last of the unpaid options is becoming a book influencer and getting advanced listening copies on NetGalley. This is one way to read frontlist books. You can sign up for an account and you can request to be approved for audiobooks. The bigger reach you have, the better chance you have of being approved by a publisher. However, they do have a small selection of audiobooks that are ready to listen to. You don't have to request them. So this could be another option if you just are really excited about some new books. So for many, that will be plenty enough. They won't need to look into paid sources. But if you're a voracious reader or you have very specific books that you would like to listen to, the best paid option, in my opinion, is Libro.fm. They charge a monthly fee of either $15 for 1 credit or $24 for 2 credits. And you can spend that audiobook credit on any one of their audiobooks they have available. They have a large selection, over 500,000 audiobooks. And one of the things I really like is that you can highlight a local bookstore and part of your purchase will go to supporting your local bookstore. They also have been having some pretty good sales, and I found Babel by R.F. Kuang for only $5. Obviously, I can't guarantee that that specific book will be available when you decide to check it out, but they do have really good books that go on sale, and so keeping an eye on that might really benefit you for getting good deals and stuff. Any of the audiobooks you buy are yours. You can also cancel your membership while you still have credits and use your credits whenever you want. There's no pressure to use them up before you cancel. You can also gift people credits and they can pick out the title they want. They also have audiobook challenges and great recommendation lists. If you want to try it, I do have a referral code in the description below, and by doing so, I would get a free audiobook. They are currently hosting a promo of getting 3 audiobooks for the price of 1 if you are a new person. Now, this is not sponsored or anything. I just really like them, and I hope you give them a chance if you're looking for some great audiobooks. If you already have Spotify Premium, they have started making 15 hours available to listen to audiobooks. I wouldn't buy a Spotify Premium account just for audiobooks, but I do think it's a nice add-on if you already have it. You get 15 hours a month and you are streaming this rather than buying it. Now, 15 hours is about enough for 2 short books or 1 medium to long book. If you are wanting to listen to a book that is longer than 15 hours, I wouldn't advise using Spotify because once you run out of your hours, you can buy a top-up of 10 additional hours for $13. That price is just probably not worth it. They do have a wide selection of audiobooks, several new releases. One hack that I thought might work is I listen to my audiobooks at a faster speed than just 1 times speed. But if I were to up it to 1.5 or 2 times speed, that does not actually save you any of your hours. Your hours count for however long the audiobook is. So unfortunately, that would have been a cool hack, but it does not work. The other way I use Spotify is if I have just a few hours left, but I don't want to start a book or I don't have a book that is short enough. Sometimes I'll try out audiobooks by listening on Spotify. Most audiobook platforms have a sample of about 5 minutes, but that's not always enough time to know if you're going to enjoy the audiobook, especially if there are more than one narrator. If you only hear one, then you don't necessarily know if you're going to like the other narrator. So that's what I've done is I have checked out books, basically a try before you buy when I use up some hours. I actually did that recently. I was unsure if I wanted to buy an audiobook, so I listened for a little while on Spotify, decided I did, and went back to Libro FM to buy it. If you don't have Spotify, but you would like the subscription model, you can check out BookBeat. They are located in the UK and their prices are in British pounds. But from what I could tell, as long as you have a Visa or MasterCard, you can use the service. If you check it out and you find outside of UK you can't, please let me know. They boast of having over 1 million audiobooks, and you can buy one of 3 tiers. The premium is 100 hours a month for £18. The standard is 40 hours a month for £11. And the basic is only 20 hours a month, and it is £7. This sounds like a good way if you don't intend to reread books and don't necessarily want to own them. If you just want to buy an audiobook and not have a subscription model, you should check out Chirp Books. They have really good sales, and you can buy an audiobook for as little as $5. For me, I signed up for a free account. I created a large wish list, and when books in my wish list go on sale, I get an email reminder and I can check it out that way. I would advise you do that because you don't necessarily know what's going to go on sale. I found that this is a really good way for finding specific books. They do occasionally have some books for free, although these are typically shorter stories or excerpts. Sometimes they even bundle series, so if you know you want to get into a series, you might be able to get a bundle deal where you can buy all or most of them in the series. While they do have some newer releases, don't expect brand new frontlist books to be deeply discounted. So yeah, just sign up for a free account, create a wish list, and then buy whatever strikes your fancy. These next 2 apps I don't use, but I wanted to let you know about them in case they would work for you. There is an app called Everand. It used to previously be called Scribd, and a lot of people are kind of unhappy with the changes, but here's how it works. You pay a monthly subscription, either $15 for 1 unlock or $17 for 3 unlocks. And these unlocks allow you to have access to all of the premium books. They also apparently have books that don't need to be unlocked that I think are maybe less popular, but you can supplement with those as well. You are streaming these, and they will stay in your library while you have an account, but once you cancel, you won't be able to keep any of the books. They do have more than just audiobooks. They also have podcasts, magazines, ebooks, and sheet music. They do have a wide selection, and they do offer a free 30-day trial, but I do want to mention that many people are unhappy with the changes that they've made, so it may or may not work out for you. Lastly, there is audiobooks.com. They have a large selection of over 500,000 audiobooks. You can either buy deeply discounted audiobooks just outright, or you can also get a monthly subscription. The membership costs $15 for 1 credit, and you can get any of the audiobooks they have available. Additionally, you can get access to VIP books, which are books that you don't have to spend credits on. You get to keep your audiobooks if you paid for them. They offer 3 free audiobooks when you sign up, but if you cancel, those freebies will go away. All right, there you have it. 10 places to source audiobooks that are not Audible. I hope you're able to find some stellar audiobooks. In my next video, I will be sharing about my favorite narrators, so if you want even more guidance, keep your eye out for that. If you have any questions about audiobooks, let's have a chat down in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye!